It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Hill on the return. Unable to corral him, he fights through. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Hill going to go in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward, it's a jet sweep. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting it up.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 36 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And now off to the races down the right side. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So we reach half. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here will be caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the intercept, there he goes right side. Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tua. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as they get this up to the 45-yard line. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now Hill to return it. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Charles. That's to about the 28, 2nd down coming up. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use.
Yellow.
Again, it's Charles. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This ball deep for Tony. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope.